gonna do a new song this morning. You probably heard it before. Young man by the name of Kirk Franklin in Maverick City, they did this song. It's called Bless Me. Now I know I'm not Kirk Franklin. Y'all give it up. Please bless me.
Bless me, bless me, bless me, God, in you. Death has been defeated. He is our victory.
We say,
bless me, God, not just for me, but so everyone around me can have everything.
let all these folks,
Let all these folks that's with me, God, have everything.
let all these folks.
Let all these folks that's with me, God, have everything they need.
Thank you for letting me come to my second home. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
All right, Kirk Franklin. Well, I'm glad to hear that you and Bishop are neighbors in Fort Worth, Texas. But the question is, does Cora Jakes' husband, Brandon Coleman, have everything he needs? Yeah, that should be the question down there in Fort Worth. Instead, it's pure D crickets. Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and welcome back to my channel and to my series entitled Potter's House PedoFiles. And I'm coming back to you today to talk to you about the case entitled State of Texas versus Richard Brandon Coleman. And I will be looking closer at some of the odd and, in my opinion, very strange occurrences in this case. And today I want to talk to you about the first eye-opening, even jaw-dropping detail about this case. And in later episodes, I will cover others. So you'll want to make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you'll be notified when I come back. And as you know, I have covered every aspect of this case from the beginning because there are no news outlets that I can find in Fort Worth that have touched this case with a 10-foot pole. So if you want to get caught up on all of the facts that I have provided directly from the criminal court file are pertinent to this criminal court indictment surrounding the current charges against Richard Brandon Coleman, the husband of Cora Jakes Coleman, aka the daughter of Bishop TDJakes of the Potter's House Church, allegedly, please watch all of my prior podcast episodes in this series. And before I go any further, I just want to address this photo Bishop posted on his Instagram page. And I just want to ask you if this makes any sense. Clearly there is a child under this coat. And is it necessary to post every bit of your life on social media? If you have to hide something this big, why don't you just go on about your business and choose not to post your business online, Bishop? This does not make one bit of sense to me, y'all, but let me stay focused. Now, and so many of you will agree that since the beginning of this mess, I have not wanted to get all caught up and tangled up into thinking that Cora allegedly framed her husband. Is the motive that many of you believe that this was a plot to create a circumstance to have her husband's parental rights terminated as to both of the children, giving Cora sole custody because their marriage was already on the rocks and her husband was having an affair with another woman, allegedly? Is this what people are thinking? Well, I don't know. That is not my theory at all, but this is what many, many, many people are saying in the comments on my various videos. And although there are too many strange and odd things about this case to count, I just could not see how all of this mess could have emanated from this man being set up by Cora. And that is because this mess is so well put together that I couldn't see Cora being smart enough to piece all of this together so well. And so today I'm just going to highlight the first thing that I find highly unusual about this case. And at the end, I want you to decide if Cora Jakes' husband, Brandon Coleman, has everything he needs or if he is exactly where he needs to be. And the first point of interest takes us back to Kirk Franklin's hometown, Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Texas, which is also the location of the BishopTDJakes compound on Meadowbrook Drive, also in Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Texas. Allegedly. And so the most glaring point of interest in this case is the fact that this indictment was brought in Ellis County instead of Kirk Franklin and BishopTDJakes' neighborhood in Tarrant County, Texas. And when you look at this map, you can see that Ellis County is about 50 miles away from the TD Jakes compound. And when you read count 1 of the indictment, while it duly notes that the indictment emanates from a grand jury that was impaneled in Ellis County after, and let me say that again, after Brandon Coleman had already been arrested. In other words, whatever arrest warrant was issued to arrest him in so-called conformity with the probable cause requirements of the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, it could not have been issued out of this indictment because he had already been arrested in May. And I'll talk to you more about the arrest in a subsequent episode of this podcast. But nevertheless, as you can see, this indictment was returned over a month later, after Brandon Coleman had already been sitting in the Ellis County Jail on or about June 9th, and which indictment states, quote, that on or about June 10th, 2021 through August 11th, 2021 in Ellis and Tarrant counties, Brandon Coleman did then and there, during a period of 30 or more days in duration, commit 2 or more acts of sexual abuse against AC, i.e. Amauri Coleman, their adopted daughter, end quote. So it says there were 2 or more occasions when this occurred, but we have no idea how many actual acts are specifically alleged by the district attorney. It could be 2, but it could be 3, 4, 5, 10, or even more occurrences. But my main question is, why is this case being brought in Ellis County rather than Tarrant County? That's the question that I asked Kirk Franklin and Bishop Jakes. Why is this case not being brought by the district attorney in your neighborhood, baby boys? And so I say again, I have not bought into the idea that all of this was orchestrated by Cora. But when I heard Brandon Coleman say this, my jaw hit the ground and it gave me great pause.
You get accused, they come home from Los Angeles, you get accused that night, and then that's kind of where everything deteriorates. Where were you when that occurred? Were you in your home in Ellis County, or were you still staying with the Jakes in their guest home when these allegations came about?
We at the time we had our own home.
Okay. And how long did you live there prior to these allegations?
Not even a month.
Not even a month.
Okay, so if they're already contemplating filing for divorce, why would you buy a house with the man you know you're getting ready to divorce and move to a house almost an hour away from your family in Fort Worth? Whose idea was that? Okay, so let's get a little bit more flavor from this.
And how did you acquire the home? Did you and Cora purchase the home? Was it gifted to you?
I mean,
Do you remember?
yeah, it wasn't gifted.
Okay. So you got a mortgage, you purchased the home.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then you don't know what happened to the home after the allegations, right? Because I think both of you and Cora left the home, correct?
It was for her. I believe it was temporary. It was temporary for her to leave the house.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't, like I said, she came back after that. I had visitation with my son, so I knew that she was still there. They left that night for some time and came back. I left. The reason that I'm even in here was because she called, made a call. So I kind of vary with how that looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you believe me, and then at the same token, make a call. So like I said, I don't know. I really don't know.
When you say make a call, who did Cora call?
From my understanding, it was her call that got everybody involved as far as CPS and I guess the police department and all that kind of stuff like that.
Okay, now if he's not sitting in that jail cell after 390 days, wondering how he ended up in Ellis County, Texas, then I don't know what else he could be thinking about, honey child. And there's no superseding indictment listing any additional allegations or charges. So we have 2 or more touching allegations, which leads me to believe that they do not have any DNA evidence. And so in my mind, if this occurred more than 2 times, it seems there would be more occurrences in Tarrant County rather than Ellis County. And so why have the Tarrant County law enforcement officials left this case completely within the purview of the Ellis County criminal justice system with not so much as a whisper of anything in Tarrant County? Why would the Tarrant County District Attorney give this case completely over to the Ellis County District Attorney? And in the meantime, why, Brandon Coleman, are you riding away in a jail cell deep in the country woods of Ellis County, Texas, and everybody in Tarrant County is clapping and dancing?
Rock with me, rock with me. Criticize but never bend, because God's a promise keeper.
And while it seems that all is well in Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Texas, as y'all know on here, I just ask and report, and I let you decide. So, what do you think? I mean, for those of you who think this was some kind of setup, I mean, okay, now, let me get this straight. They have been living on the TDJakes compound all of this time in Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Texas, allegedly, over 10 years that they have been married? Then they decide, since we're already contemplating getting divorced, this is the best time to move almost 50 miles away to this mysterious house in Ellis County. And they don't even live there for 30 days before Sister Cora decides that she's going to call the authorities and report this while she's at the home in Ellis County, when she could have just saved a lot of time and money by making a call from the TDJakes compound. Oh, but I guess they didn't want no police coming over there, because then this would be all over the news, allegedly. But ladies and gentlemen of this church house jury, I don't know what in the hell is going on here, but all I do know is there is a dead cat on the line somewhere. Allegedly. Now, that much I do know. But please let me know what you think by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And I hope you'll give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video and my entire channel ministry by donating to the Professor Blackmore.com Cash App. And I hope you'll also subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell, honey child, so you'll be notified whenever I come back to tell you what else I think is strange about this case, and when I come back with more Potter's House PedoFiles updates. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.